Denny J Show.
Zvanga zviri downtown uptown aitidzwe nyaya dzacho dzese narrative ndaichidwe kana mchida kutipisa deep ndaipidwe make you spill a bean if you know what I mean Andy.
It's time!
All right. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Denny J Show. Israel. And I said,
Where have you been?
I've said it with so much excitement.
Okay. Let's do it again. Okay.
Yo. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Denny J Show. Yay. And the crowd goes wild. Thank you. You're far too kind. You're gonna wait till the last person starts coming. Come on, give it up. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're far too kind.
Yeah.
Are you that upset? Like with the boo?
Where have you been, man? The comment section is always, where's Becky?
Hey, Gaya, eat job. You know, umsebenzi yabe ngibiza khona ngale and I have to show up. And then ngapha phone. And I was like, I know you guys can film without me. It's not a problem.
So when you eventually leave the show, like you're going to like CNN
that's scary. Let's not. Why are we talking
places,
about
what
stuff
are
like
gonna
that? You're going to behave yourself. That's what you're going to do. Y'all are going to have to behave yourselves. That's what you're going to have to do.
The excellent
Guys.
that we had.
And I've left you guys alone before. And yes, when mom was away. Like, talk to me. Should I call you? I think at this point, Denford. What was that? Denford.
The people loved it.
What?
That's for the people.
Was that for the people?
Nash. It was all Nash.
Oh, no, you are just calling out Nash because Nash is not here today.
But you saw, like, you know, I was just responding to Nash, and Nash was saying a lot of truths.
He was saying a lot of truths, but, you know, there's other ways of saying lots of truths. I mean, that was hectic. I liked the episode, though.
Nice episode.
I was just seeing
That was straight to the point.
I felt like I restrained you guys here. Like, I'm keeping you guys in, like, straight jackets. Like, we can't move.
So now we got to behave.
Yes. But when Nash is not here, you guys don't like misbehave that much.
You see what I'm saying? And talking about Nash is away.
Yeah.
He's in the United States.
Yes.
Like you said, I travel a lot.
It's like, you know, I'm the most well-traveled here. Yeah, okay. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, boss.
So today we have Guidos.
Yeah, boy.
And we got Becky K.
Yes.
You know? Becky K.
Back in the office.
Yeah. So what's been happening where you've been? And I know you're going away as well.
Yes, I am. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's see what you guys did by yourselves.
Let's see what you had a look at the comments.
These children. Okay, so the Tamsangla GoFundMe is going pretty well.
Yes.
Money is being raised, and for those of you who want to find out if the money is getting to him, it is getting to him. We had a friend of the podcast that was here, and he pledged that amount, and he reassured us that the funds
are coming. Tomorrow, actually. He said tomorrow.
Yes, and I said, collector, I'll go there by myself.
Yeah, because Tam needs that money.
Yes, because Tam needs that money.
And for those who don't know about Tam's plight, please go and check out episode 47 at the beginning.
48.
Becky,
47 and 48 also.
Becky,
to talk about it a bit. Yeah.
Does a little 2-minute, 3-minute discussion with him. So if you guys can assist, please, it'll be great. He has a GoFundMe. We'll pin it in the comments. And also he has a local Nostro bank account.
Yeah,
so
we're just not so sure how much the local one has raised at this point, but it's doing pretty good, and it's because of people like you who are coming through to support that. Right, the comment section of episode 48.
Yes.
I just wish bengize banti or something. Anyway, Stanley, thank you so much for writing in and for tuning into the Denny J Show. Stanley says, Becky is a real deal mom. Mama. These lads went off like mommy is out. Good show, but without Becky, you will get lost. Becky, stop missing basa iwe. Wona vana vako vari kurashika. In fact, Becky, don't watch this episode for your own sanity. I love the show and the team. Well done. Anzi Varusina Wako. I think that's just like one name there. I think you guys should do 2 shows a week. A holy one featuring Becky and a nasty one with the boys in the name of balance.
Yeah.
I like how they're calling like if I'm there and it's a holy one. Like hello.
So your people are restraining themselves when Becky is here, but when Becky is not here, there's lots of freedom of expression, and there's lots of lessons to be learned. Nash was teaching the ladies how they must dress.
Oh no, that's why I'm saying I love the episode, but you know, y'all went off on a tangent. Like you really went off like Becky is not here. Guys, if you don't take this chance, I'm gonna share you. And then
he was fixing the country.
No, he did. He fixed the country. Let's clap hands for Nash. Yeah. He fixed the country. Put hands for Nash. Put hands. Yes. He fixed the country. However, yes, he fixed the country. However, and he wasn't lying. I remember back in the day when I would go out. Now, if you see me in like a club or something, it's basa. I'm getting paid. There's like money coming out. So, but back in the day when I would go out, I remember how we would put so much effort in looking nice. Yeah. Yes, we would. Even way back when they were, I don't know if you remember how ladies would dress. They'd be like a banded skirt, and then they would have like the sleeveless tops, and then the band is figure belt, you know.
This was in the 70s. Right?
Ish, oh wow.
76 to be exact.
It was like in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, even 76. Did Denny know? Anyway, so there was effort that was put in. Now, for real, you see girls, and there's like different groups of them. There's some who really put the effort, and then there are some you're just like, but why? Looking like yesterday's Sadza. You know.
So I'm at 2K.
I'm at 2K, some of them put effort actually. And then kulabanye, like I said, kulabanye, kule balance. Abanye bayazama, abanye you're just like, no, like, just don't go out. Yeah, stay at home. So yeah, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. It was just the manner in which it was put across. That's another issue, but munungageze.
And then we posted a little clip, right? Like a reel.
Right.
Where Nash was
ranting about it.
You know, was fixing the country. And then there was someone who came in the comments. Let me read what she said.
All right.
She must be an activist or something.
Oh my God. Don't tell me they went on all. Okay.
It's how grown men will sit down, spend their time discussing how many times women bath per day. Talk of majoring on the minor. Zimbabwe is a few weeks away from elections. So many issues to discuss, from women participation in the electoral process to economic issues that Zimbabwe is suffering from. But no, Varume Wakuru would rather be concerned about why women don't bath when going to a club.
Imagine.
Why women wear their pumps to a club. Regarding your tukwana Daddy Hope, Sinonyadzisa, #unfocus youths.
And then,
You know, our people
of course, we know how our people do.
Something.
What was the response?
There's more to life than politics and economy.
Come on.
Would you like us to guide you to platforms that deal with your issues of interest?
Take a shot left. Right. No.
You know, that
right
was
there.
A befitting response from our
No, it
team,
was.
Right?
I saw
you
that
can't come
post.
out here trying to talk about politics and elections and women empowerment. This is not the platform.
You know, it's not.
In fact, it's not even the episode, right?
It's
because
not.
we sometimes
It's not.
have certain people who we can discuss such issues.
When I saw that comment, I was like, does this person watch the Denny J show? I don't think they watch the Denny J show. Muna kango no clip banditi abaona.
Yeah.
And just like you said, there are some episodes where we do discuss like political issues and we discuss, you know, amandla, you know, stuff.
One of them.
Yeah. So
And this wasn't one of them. Sometimes you just have to
yeah, you have these activists.
act funny when the
comments.
cat is away, you know?
You know what I'm
That
saying?
was crazy.
But Ngwiros, you enjoyed it, right? You were just like,
I did.
So the show is not for sensitive viewers.
No,
Like this
it-
activist woman. You know?
And the problem, I think the problem is we keep saying it. It's not for sensitive viewers. And you're always going to get someone in the comment section saying something like this.
yeah,
I don't know,
watch
just
the
to
watch
make
the
it
show
better.
with caution. Like I watched it with caution, and I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, any moment now. Like no, they didn't. Yes, they did. Yeah, so you watch the show with caution. You never know what's going to come out. I mean, even now as we are recording, I'm like sitting at the edge of my seat. I don't know.
You're safe. National around.
I don't know what's going. But you know, you don't know how much of Nash would have rubbed off on Denny or on you for that matter.
See, yeah.
So. But that was that with episode 48. Good reviews. I'm just glad that people watched it, and it just shows you that we like nonsense.
Yeah. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking now we're on episode 48, right? So I'm thinking maybe we should wrap it up on episode 50, right? Like if we stop doing this show at episode 50, people would still have a lot of content, right? Because we've been at it for almost 50 straight episodes, right?
What are you saying? Speak in English,
I'm saying our job here is done, man. We have to end
dude.
the show at episode 50.
Dude.
Nah, you're on your own. You're on your own.
Becky K, you're busier now than when we started, you know.
Which is good. You
which
guys
is
should be
fantastic,
happy.
Which is fantastic.
Pretty, you know.
And you know, Nash is also busier than when we started.
Yeah.
I'm probably more busier than when we first started.
Probably, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you are
So,
actually.
I mean, we could have done 10 episodes of the show. But no, 50 episodes, right? So let us know in the comments, guys. I think if we wrap it up at 50, our job here.
But
is
when you
done.
say wrap it up, you're wrapping it up until another time, right?
Taking a break, or
Take like, what are you saying?
retire, we've done what we can.
Are you
do.
mad? Are you
you're on your
mad?
own.
And you know what
You're
we
on
did?
your own, nigga.
Are you
You
mad?
know what we did? We opened up spaces. Right now, from now on, there's going to be new podcasters coming out, younger, fresher.
Which is true, and they are there. What do you mean, younger, fresh? What are you saying? They are there.
We
They are
must give the
there.
next generation
And
a
they are
chance.
there. They are there. And we are just there gliding. We're just going. We're just going. If you're saying yes, take a breather. Yeah, even your drink is not a
Yeah, it's not a green.
So let us know in the comments,
Even
guys.
the drink
Episode
is-
50, we've done. I mean, look, very few people have actually watched all 50. So there'll always be content, right? So if we stop recording today,
No, they will still
a
want.
lot of people will go and watch.
No, but Danny,
All that
listen.
stuff
What
that
you're
we've
talking
done.
is nonsense. Listen, have you seen what happens when we don't give them an episode? Like
No,
two
because they know it's
weeks
coming,
or
right?
whatever. Yeah, like they know it's coming. Also, you're
Once
saying
they
if
know it's not
not
coming.
coming, they won't ask for it. No tambe.
It's
You are joking. Unonyepa
a
iwe.
lie.
But 50 is a good number.
What I would suggest is that on episode 50, you know, we get a bunch of the friends of the podcast, we do something outside and we chill and we just really have a discussion and we talk about everything.
We do a barbecue.
Yes, and you know, and we just talking and
then
we're
we
just
wrap it up.
talking and then we wrap it up until
Quit with the wrapping up. We're not wrapping
and,
anything
and then
up.
and season 2. So are you saying each season is 50 episodes?
50 episodes.
I'm not too quads.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a plan. Yes, I'm game for that. Guti, episode 50, something banging, something chilled, and you know, and we meet our fans, we meet our family, we meet our friends of the podcast, and we talk about everything. And at this point, Mommy Becky will just have to take a back seat and just allow things to be said.
Yeah. I think we could even do a live episode 50, right? So we can get interaction from our viewers, right? They would love that. And we've said this, Bako Media, we have the technology to do this properly.
Yeah.
We've got the equipment to do this, but
Yeah.
Bako Media is just lazy as fuck.
I wouldn't say lazy.
Because we can
I
connect.
would say busy.
And then, and then we make sure that the people know what time we're going live. And then, and then we take some calls and we do all that nice stuff.
So I'm taking note of that. We're episode 50.
And then we wrap it up.
Even a repeat up.
Mira ne repeat up.
Mira ne repeat up episode 50.
Yeah, so
There we go.
at what point are you going to tell the people in the UK that you're coming?
Oh, Danny, you just did it.
You know what I mean? Like, when are you going to tell the UK fans that Becky K will be in the kingdom?
Okay, so Becky K will be in London.
And this is this week, right?
Yeah, I leave this week.
Yeah.
I leave this week.
Yeah. So my fire emoji,
Yes.
my fans, how do people send money in the UK to?
I don't
to
know.
loved
I'm
ones?
yet
How
to
do you-
find out.
Guys in the UK, she'll be there. She'll need obviously you need.
Yes, I
you
will.
need transport
I
money,
need
tour
transport money, tour
you know?
money, just to see around.
Yeah.
Like I'll have. Yeah, but you know, it just be nice to just receive extra. We'll just, I'm going to give it pounds. I'm sure there should be like a card that they can send to.
Yeah. Can I get UK on you?
Oh, UK. Yeah, so I'll be going for the Afri-Praise concert. It's hosted by Zim Praise and Afri-Praise.
Right.
Afri-Praise is a young gospel group in the UK, and they do like amazing gospel music, not the one that old people will be like, this is good. Right. Old people might be like,
like rap and hip hop.
Yes, they do all of that and some electro funk, and you know they're just like really cool.
Nice.
And Zim Praise, obviously, we all know Zim Praise. They've been in the game for quite some time. So they're the ones who are collaborating with African gospel artists from around Africa. Nice. So you've got artists from Kenya, from Ghana, from Zambia, from Zimbabwe, from South Africa coming through.
And our Becky K is going to be the MC.
Becky K is doing the thing. Yes. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. I started thinking about, there was an episode we did and Nash was talking about there's someone anomuka makusana chiti the Denny J show will not succeed but
overseas. Next stop is the US.
Yeah, so there's that nervous disposition that tried to come over me. I was praying. I was like, oh God, I don't want anything to go wrong. You know how silly things can just mess up a trip, because you hear the stories. You've heard of people and a visa, everything, flight ticket, I missed the flight. Like the heck?
Nah, that's not going to happen, Becky K.
Yeah, so things like that. I don't see my nerves. I was nervous. But now.
You said Becky Agukrosaji?
Gungwa. And then you said, Arugenda Kuvi? Kuchando. I finally get to say, Chambuenda Kuchando.
And then when accent.
Dude.
4 days.
Dude.
Cockney accent.
I'm coming back with an accent, yeah. Wait, let me see.
Like what, yeah?
Wait, yeah. So when I come back from London, yeah, I'm going to come back with like a somewhat of a British accent.
Cockney accent?
Yeah, like a Cockney accent, yeah. And I'll be just saying, yeah, the whole time. In it.
4 days up in that motherfucking...
Yeah. Can I have a glass of water, please? Hey! Can I have a glass of water, please? Can I have a glass of water, please? Like, stop doing that. Stop it.
For 4 days, 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah, but they do it. You land at the Heathrow airport, accent is changed. I'm like, come on, get serious. But yeah. So I will be away. When I come back, then we do episode 50.
Yeah. This is episode what?
This is episode 49.
Oh, okay. 50.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And we also need to do like a South Africa tour, where we get to interview a lot of our people who are in South Africa, because, you know, Zimbabweans are running that country, right?
Yeah, true.
So we have a lot of people who are doing big things, and it'll be very nice to have them on the podcast, right? So they're not going to come to us, so we might have to go. So it's something that we're thinking of doing, and I think that should be great.
Yeah, I think from episode 50, if we move around, it would help us. All right, so we've covered most of the, the whole catch-up and in the previous episode. Hopefully, the future episodes will have you guys more behaved.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can't wait for you to go
That's why I said hope. Wow.
to the UK for the tour.
Wow.
No, what do you think I meant?
Wow.
We can't wait. We're so happy for
Anyway,
you.
one day,
you know,
one day,
you're
one day
going
in
to
the
England.
program.
All right. Okay. So, tell us what happened.
Yeah, so a few months ago, we were celebrating Ezekiel Guti turning 100 years old.
Right.
And still very functional, that is. He was walking. He wasn't bent over. Well, that's as far as we saw on social media. Like, he would be dressed up in, like, Adidas tracksuits and everything, man, you know, going for jogs with his wife.
Yeah.
And soon after turning 100, well, not really like soon after, a few months after turning 100 years old, he is taken to be with the Lord.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But that's a life well lived.
Ish. Man, I want to live a life like that.
Yeah. So I don't know. You know, like when someone turns 100, do we cry or do we celebrate? What do we do?
I
We
mean,
cry
I would
and celebrate.
I
What-
would definitely celebrate. I would be
Yeah.
on the celebrating side, especially if they lived a life like Ezekiel Guti.
Yeah.
I would cry and mourn because I'm sad that
Yeah,
you know
because someone is gone.
Someone is gone and they're no longer here with us.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't spend 100 days mourning, crying, because they've declared like 100 days of mourning. I don't know, they're on day what now.
That's what they've done.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, not celebrate like his
Is it
life.
100 days of mourning or 100 days of celebration?
It should
I
be
think
100.
it's celebration.
With the word that was going around, they were saying they'll be mourning for the next.
100 days.
Yeah, and I'm thinking
No, I think it should be 100 days of.
it should be
celebrating.
100 days of celebration.
Yeah,
it should be 100 days of
because
celebration.
I've thought about it. Like, I don't know if I would want to live till I'm 100, because I feel like maybe when you're at that age, you're a burden to the people who take care
Dude,
of
if
you
you're
type
still
thing.
functional,
Yeah.
like live up to 100.
Yeah.
You know, I also told God, I was like, the moment someone has to change my undergarment, take me, please, no.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like widows, like
no,
like do you want to live
no.
till you're 100 or 120? I mean, this man is definitely blessed to have lived such a long life and a life of service, which is fantastic. But I don't know if I would want to live till I'm 100, because I'm just thinking about the caregivers, right? Like, it's like a lot of work, right? I don't know. What do you think? 100. It's nice. It's a blessing to reach 100.
I'm balanced with that though, because one thing is, the other is I want to leave for whatever age I'm gonna get to.
Yeah.
I just don't want to think of the fact that tomorrow I'm gonna be gone. So if I'm gonna get to 100, I'm good with that.
You're cool
I'm
with
alright
it.
with that.
Yeah. If I'm still functional, that's good.
I'm sure I feel the same way, but I'm just thinking.
Because
like
he
at
was
100,
still preaching. He was still,
Yeah.
handling the microphone. He was still ministering in the church and still giving fundamental teachings. You could tell that his mind was sound. He wasn't senile or anything. He was still
And if
switched
I'm like
on.
that, let me get to 120. Let's go. Let's do
like,
it.
let's keep it going. Bring back those Bible years.
we thought there was going to be like, usually when the founder of a church passes away, then there's squabbles and fights and that sort of stuff. So none of that is going to happen. It seems like it's an organized transition.
It's an
right?
order.
Very organized. And I think also because Mama Yuna Guti is still, alive and informed and involved in the happenings of the church. So she announced sometime early in July. No, not in July. Yeah, it was in July, early July, I think, like who the successor is going to be. And I think they're going to do the whole service on like late August.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of her firstborn son, Joe Guti,
He's taken over.
is taking over.
That's nice.
So those, I'm sure, were decisions that Ezekiel Guti and Yuna Guti decided way before he passed on. Guti, when I'm gone, this is who is going to be the successor. So if there's any point where noise was going to happen, it is silenced immediately. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm hoping there won't be any noise. Like,
Yeah.
just agree with what has been put forward.
Yeah.
Just agree. Yeah. He was a man of order. I met him once in my life, and I was quite young. My family
In the 80s.
yeah. My family. Denny, I was born in 84. What are you even saying? Yeah. My family, stemmed from the Zayoja Church.
Right.
Yes. My granny, she's in her late 80s, going into like 90. She graduated from the Zayoja Bible School.
Right.
And because she couldn't read because of the old age, she took her exam orally. So they would ask her questions and she would respond, and she passed.
Oh, nice.
And like late in her age. And every time when they would pray, like that's how and you can tell when a person from Zayoja is praying and when a person from another church is praying. You can actually tell these are the words that are used. And then we met him, saw him. He was smiling, like he was always ever happy, and being taken to the mountain Bindura.
Yeah.
Right. So, like I was saying earlier, if you are a person who is prayerful and you do like my mountain visits,
right?
Have you ever gone to the mountain to pray?
No. What's the reasoning? I want to understand. Like, if you go to a mountain, your prayer is likely to be heard faster than someone. Is that the reasoning?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't want to say yes fully because I know your people will come for me.
They coming.
So there's that thing where you separate yourself for prayer. Even Jesus did it, where he would separate himself from his disciples to go and be alone with God, his Father, right? So there are certain things that you can pray about them in your home, you can pray about them at work, in your car. I mean, you can pray anywhere, literally. But there needs that moment in your life where you just separate yourself from all the noise.
No, but I want to understand the significance of the landform.
Or of the landform, mountain.
If I go somewhere where it's deserted and I'm by myself, can I not achieve what you just said? Is there something about being closer to God when you're on a mountain?
There is. I don't know how to explain it, but there is. There is.
So your next stop must be Mount Nyangani, which is taller, which is higher than the one in Bindura, I'm sure, because
you know what? It's not about the height of the mountain. Oh,
the highest mountain.
Then go and pray on Mount Kilimanjaro if we're going to be doing things like that. No, it's okay. The idea of praying at the mountain is just a way. You could be at the garden, for goodness sake. Is it not symbolic
because in the Bible there's
obviously, you know what? If you want to take it that way, people will do things because of symbolism. Now you're getting into symbols and symbolism because it was done like this in the Bible. Then I'm going to do it like this right now, and it might not even work for you because you're just imitating. There's no revelation behind that. Right. But the idea of it is to separate yourself from people. Is to separate yourself from the everyday world. So when Guti went to pray at this particular mountain in Bindura, then obviously the church would go there and pray. So they built there's rooms there. Right. Like if you want to spend a week at the mountain.
Oh, right.
Yes, nice. So you can go there, you're praying, and there's a room that they give you.
So it's owned by the church?
By the church, yes. Okay. It's owned by the church. So for those people who want like a prayer mountain experience, that mountain is...
There's no payments? You know, the prophets be charging for everything.
Not that I know of, hey. Maybe for the rooms. Maybe for the rooms.
They charge you to
No. Maybe for the rooms. Because we've never stayed at the rooms, but I know there are rooms there. But going to the mountain itself, no, I don't remember paying.
Because if it was like the new churches, right, they charge everything, right?
Everything.
They charge for you to stay there lodge. They charge for you to get...
it's for the upkeep. How will these things function? Will they manage themselves?
You see, this is the difference that's there with old churches and new churches. Salvation Army, Roman Catholic Church, they don't have a price list.
Churches.
They don't have a price list.
My traditional churches, there's a difference between my Pentecostal churches and my traditional churches.
It's like my Pentecostal don't know the maintenance yet.
They are building. Right? They are building. So they are still putting structures in place.
So you support...
Salvation Army. Structures. But
1970.
You're supporting...
Yes, but then...
Becky K, you are supporting these men of God who charge people to go to their lodges and then to meet the
mountain lodge.
I don't see my guest house. Lodge. If you say lodge, you make it seem like, yo. lodge. Meet me at the lodge. No, guest houses. They're called guest houses. Don't be like that.
Meet me at the lodge.
Yeah, meet me at the lodge. Denny.
Some prayer.
So dudes can be like, what's up, baby? Where are you? I want to take you to this other guest house. Okay, in that term, it must be lodge, right?
Yes, in that term.
And then
it
when
must
it's
be
churches,
lodge.
it's guest house.
Guest house sounds, a bit better. I'm not in support of it, but things need to run. Things need to function. So yes, pay for the boarding, pay for the feeding, but don't charge me to see the man of God or the woman of God. Pay me for the boarding. Kutindawa ku guest house kwenyu. I'm going to drink your water. I'm going to have your tea, your coffee. I'm going to use your blankets. I'm going to use the water and everything. Yes, charge me for that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then they charge premiums for that.
It's going to be a long episode.
And clip kake msoro nambia.
I'm sorry.
Na men of God.
Men of God. Yeah, but Ezekiel Guti really built a legacy. He built.
Yeah, his legacy.
Yeah, it's proper.
Yeah, they have the university, right? Where's the university?
Yes, it's in Bindura, and then they've got campuses. I know there's a campus in Belvedere. Yeah, they've got a campus in Belvedere.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah, I don't know about the other ones, but I know about Bindura and I know about Harare. And their graduates get hired. Like they're almost now like first preference when you go and look for a job.
Oh, nice.
And it wasn't the case, Kudara. Like with the new university and you're like, my God, it's gonna need maybe type of thing. But now if you go and look for a job and you have a Zegu degree or something, they will definitely consider. So I hope they just continue with the legacy that he started. Yeah.
May his dear soul rest in peace.
May his dear soul rest in peace. May his dear soul rest in. Normally when you talk about people who have passed on, you'll be sad.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sad. I don't know. I'm not feeling the sadness because he lived such a fulfilled life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he. Hallelujah was the one. Amen. Yes, and then amen.
Hallelujah. The next thing is amen.
Amen. Amen. Yeah.
And then can we talk about the East Coast West Coast beef between St. George's and St. John's College?
Like these are school children.
Yeah.
These are school children. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Muribana vechkoro. Muruta East Coast, West Coast for who?
Yeah. What do you think? You heard about the story?
I didn't hear the story, but the fact that you opened up with it, like East Coast, West Coast, yo. Yeah. that's what I'm seeing.
So St. John's and St. George's, they have a, what do you call it? Like a sport rivalry. Right?
Yeah.
They're like the two top boys' schools in the country.
Okay.
And then, so they do these, they do like sports days, right? Where sometimes it's St. John's and then they're playing all the sports against each other. So they were supposed to, this weekend actually, this last weekend, they were supposed to, St. George's College was supposed to be hosting St. John's College at St. George's, right?
Okay, and before you go on, were these schools in good books before?
Yeah, they've
like,
always been.
They've always been. They've been cool.
Got this camaraderie, and then it's always good to watch, and then they attract lots of spectators whenever they go against each other.
Old boys and all, yeah.
Okay.
So it's usually like a fan fare. It's nice to go watch St. George's and St. John's play type thing.
Okay.
So it was supposed to be happening at the college at St. George's. And then, so just before, I think it was on Thursday or just a day before it's supposed to commence or whatever, St. John's decided not to field their under 14 rugby team because apparently the St. George's under 14s are very big.
Are they really under 14s?
Yeah, they're very big and they've been thrashing people.
Okay.
They've been thrashing all their opponents, and then I think the last time they played, they thrashed them about 50 or something crazy. So then last minute, St. John's just decided, no, we're not going to field the under 14 squad because of safety concerns for the kids, because these guys are big.
Okay.
Right? And then I'm told that a few weeks back, Peterhouse or something, I think the headmaster had to stop the game or whatever for fear of the youngsters getting hurt or whatever.
Did anyone get hurt?
Details are sketchy at the time of going to press.
Okay.
I don't know about that one. But, so the issue was, and then after that, after St. John's raised that point that we're not going to field an under-14 team, then St. George's said, we're going to cancel the whole thing. Because the game of the under-14s is as important as the first team. Because these youngsters are looking forward to this game.
Of course.
And then we suddenly say they can't play. So then...
So
all
safety
matches,
was a
rugby,
concern.
Hockey, all of them were cancelled.
Because of that...
Principle. It's the principle.
No. So let hockey be played.
No, the principle. You cannot cherry pick games, is what they are saying.
No, but if safety is the question here, then okay, fine, stop the game. You have no question mark yourself.
But now, then it means in future you can just cherry pick games you want to play. Because the reasoning from St. George's point of view is that they don't want to play because they know they're going to be massacred, right? You know, game-wise.
Are they so losers?
And
like
the
that?
little boys are going to get hurt.
Yeah, so and St. John's on the other hand is saying we cannot risk the safety of our kids.
No, but is there a
for
safe
care.
sport? Let's just start there. Is there a safe sport?
Rugby is not the safest of sports. I can
Yeah,
tell
but
you that.
is there a safe sport?
No, they are better sports.
Is there a safe sport?
I
That
wouldn't
is
play
my
rugby
question.
because people are jumping on top of each other. You understand? Like, rugby
No,
is
but you
a
got a
different
grim
type of
body,
game.
so you would. You would. My son tried to play rugby, and he came back and he was looking like this. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, Mama, no. I'm not doing rugby, you know. So he played it, and so it wasn't safe. So let the kids play. They are going to get hurt, and the schools that you're talking about.
What I'm saying is like the St. George's guys are like this. Then the St. John's guys are like this. And rugby, because I spoke to a friend of mine who works at the college at St. John's.
Okay.
And he was saying, look, people don't understand. You know, it's our responsibility if kids get hurt, right?
It's the school's responsibility.
Yes,
if the
they
kids
can
get
easily
hurt.
get sued, right? A parent can sue and say, how come you allowed my son to play against these big guys? You know, so their argument was like, you know, they should have just allowed, St. George's should have just allowed them to remove that one fixture. You understand? And St. George's, on the other hand, saying it's a principle. You cannot cherry pick games.
I agree.
And that's when he then cancelled every...
And then St. George's was like, yo, F it. If our under-14s are not going to play, then we're not going to play nothing.
And then they took out all...
Yeah. So it was a boring weekend. It was supposed to be full of activity because when these guys go against each other, you know, it's fanfare. It was going to be packed at St. George's. People were going to have fun, but principle. So I don't know what you guys think, you know.
I would like to
about
know.
The argument about St. George's. Is St. George's wrong for cancelling all the games over this dispute, you know?
So the school with the big guys is
St. George's.
St. George's.
Yeah.
And then
So-
St. John's, the under-14 team,
Yeah.
is not as grim as that team.
you see.
Have they played against each other before?
Yeah, they have, and they were thrashed like crazy. And I don't think anybody was hurt.
Okay, so it was
So
more
this
of a
incident-
fear of...
So the incident,
Atluguburu.
the Peter House incident is what might have prompted them to say, hey, if the other guys stop that match, why should we even play it?
This is where my question was. The game you go Peter House, was there a child akakwara?
I think so. I think my injuries are right. That's why the headmaster...
Don't
just
they
stepped in.
have like medical aid stuff and all? Because it's an expensive sport, first of all, and the schools that you're talking about are not like...
But would you want your small boy who plays rugby to play against big boys?
Then I'll take my child out personally. You need me, myself, as a mother. I'll be like, ooh, nana, ona. Uma, nana. Right? I would do that. I will do that as a parent individually. But if I know my son was big also in size and can play, I'll be like, you know what? Go and get thrashed and learn a lesson because this is the sport. How will they grow in sport?
Yeah. So your take is...
If the parents wanted to pull out their kids individually, fine. Pull your child out individually. But then for them not to say they're not playing totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
At least half the game, all right. Something. Let
The
them.
game?
Half. I don't know how I don't even know how it works. Like play half time
Or
or something.
If they knew there was going to be this problem, Well, I don't think they would have
touch
known.
rugby. Yeah. Let them play touch rugby.
It's boring rugby, Becky.
Look, I don't think they would have known. But if they had known that there was going to be this problem, they should have just accepted. And then, as games were starting, they would just not appear for that match.
But my question also is: under 14, you could judges. Are they really under 14?
No. I don't think the issue is about faking the ages.
No, but like
It's just healthy youngsters. The youngsters from St. George's are healthier than the youngsters from St. John's, I think. So because I don't think the issue is about faking.
But you can't rule it out too.
yeah, but you can't. Thank you.
I think you can because it's just a matter of showing each other birth certificates. I don't think that's what it is.
But they didn't get to that.
Yeah, I don't think that's
It's
what
assuming.
it is. It's just an issue of safety concerns. That's what it is. So it'll be nice to know what you guys think about that.
But don't cancel sport for the kids. Wait till say, man. Wait till say, man. What are they supposed to do now? You've cancelled out all the sport.
And wasn't this like
So
the
I don't know how
last
this
fixture?
impasse is going to be solved because clearly
Was the sport cancelled? Okay, not just the one sport, like all the other
they
sports
cancelled everything.
against
St. John's.
St. John's. Was it
All
for
their
this
fixtures.
particular festival or for any future games that they had?
This is what we don't know. We don't know how deep this impasse is. But that was quite drastic, having everything cancelled. Maybe they could have talked it over. Maybe they were rash decisions. Because I think also, wow,
sailors are
you
not
have-
made on councils.
you have
and
to-
I won't
you have
listen
to
to me.
stand for something, otherwise you fall for everything. You must have principles.
It's statements like that. Okay, anything else?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's that one.
Nandaggargo almost said something.
Yeah. You wanted to talk about
Yes, crazy things that are happening, just like how this sport thing. A certain artist is coming to Zimbabwe, right? And this artist appeals to young people who don't have money.
Right.
Number one, who's paying for those tickets? Number two, I don't want to say curtain raiser, but the assisting artist
You see,
does not sing hip hop.
You
can't make this shit up, right? We spoke about this before, right?
Laid out.
We spoke.
All right, the baby is coming
Thank you.
Right.
to Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And the supporting artist is Prayzah, who does not sing hip hop.
Guys, I don't know what it is because
I know, please just put the disclaimer out there. Just put it out there. We are
there are
not.
people out there who
Yes.
think I hate Prayzah.
Yes, please just put it out
Okay.
there. We're just talking about
I
it.
love Prayzah.
We love Prayzah.
You understand? And it's not I'm not just saying that. I love Prayzah. I love his music like that. Not only describe him what amount. Yeah. And I actually like he did Bako, what is it called? He did it from his last album. I really love the last album, right? These two new ones, I don't know much about them. There's probably been 2-3 tracks that I've heard from there. But the last one, I really liked it. There's like a 4-part video series that he did, right? He did like 4 videos in a row, right? And then it's like a story. It's like some excellent storytelling. I really love that. You guys must
No,
go
he's a
watch
good
it.
storyteller.
You must watch it. You
Like,
must go
amazing
watch it.
storyteller.
There's like video 1, video 2, video 3, and these are songs off the last album, and they're in sequence in terms of how it was presented.
Yes.
Video wise, right?
Yes.
It's
Like a whole story.
Nice storytelling thing. If you haven't watched it, please go watch that shit. It's beautiful. So
Back to your story.
coming back to my story, right? In fact, I even talked to Vic Tax the other day. I met him in the club, right? I was saying to him, like, Prayzah needs to come on the show, right? Because people think I hate him. We are sending an invitation. We really would love to have Prayzah. He's achieved so much, and it would be very good to have him on the show so we can speak about stuff.
Right.
So the problem that people have is, like, if I were to bring XQ today, or if I, like we did
Oh,
Natty
yes,
O,
with Natty O.
I
Like
have to ask him
Prayzah,
about
yes,
military
because
touch
they were part
because
of
it's
it.
part of their history.
Yes,
you
it is,
understand?
it
They were
is.
a military touch, and there were issues that came out, so we always asked them. Of course, Andy Moriza, when he came,
He had personal
Yeah,
issues
you
with
understand?
him
It was a
because
big
like there's
deal or
family
whatever.
involved in all of that.
So when we gave him a platform, it's like we hate Prayzah. We don't. But at the same time, if there is something that we think is worth it to discuss,
We'll
we will
discuss it.
ask it because we don't give a fuck, right? Because we're not doing this to please people's egos or whatever.
Dun, dun, dun,
If there's
dun.
something that was said about Prayzah by somebody and somebody's here, ask him, did you say this about him? You understand? Okay, so not for sensitive viewers, don't. I don't
Just
hate
know they're
Prayzah.
coming
I
for
love
you.
Prayzah. So coming back to the story, Da Baby is an American hip hop artist.
Yes.
Hip hop.
I don't even know who the
Hip-hop.
fuck would want to watch him. That's the first thing.
Let's start there.
You understand?
Let's start there.
That is a fucked up
Who's
artist. I
bringing
don't
him?
even know
Who's
why
bringing him?
Raw
Who's the
entertainment. So I would love to know what happened in the conversation.
Yes, like
Like when they were sitting down around the table. Who shall we bring?
the
And then somebody
baby.
said, Da Baby. Oh, that's it.
That's it. We're going for the baby.
That's some bullshit, bro. And I believe Raw Entertainment is Miss Shally, right? They brought in Rick Ross and stuff.
Yeah, that was a
We
good
had-
one. That was a
Rick
good
Ross
one
was
because
good.
it appealed.
But Rick Ross, artists were complaining about their treatment, right?
Yes,
Like
they
what
were.
Nati was
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
when they
yeah,
came, that
yeah.
they were treated like garbage. Mm-hmm. So hopefully they're going to fix this one.
No, but
to
it's just
bring-
one artist this time. Like,
To bring Da Baby, I don't know. You can't make this shit up. How do you bring Da Baby and then have Prayzah being the supporting actor? I don't even know what the fuck. Samanyanga Records is nowhere on the poster.
breathe.
Holiday?
Breathe.
Say flow.
Breathe in, Denny. Breathe in.
Woosa.
Woosa. Together, yes. Center it right there.
You can't make this shit up, bruh. Holy 10. We have Holy 10. Holy 10 is an appropriate supporting act. We have Saint Flo.
No, please, the whole hip hop gang.
We have Nati O.
The whole hip hop gang. Just mention all the artists.
Blink 4.
Shamari,
Takura.
Vese Jao. Like
So-
that whole
so-
stable MI hip hop artists should have been there.
So I Raw Entertainment.
It's a
right?
crowd puller. Prayzah has been pulled in as a crowd puller. They want numbers.
But it's bullshit. So
but because
why-
they know
how
the
are you
baby.
bringing- how are you bringing somebody
The
from
baby is on
America?
the phones, and not in person. The kids are listening to him. Let's not even lie, right? The kids are listening to him. The youngins, they are listening
No, but
to the baby.
apera the baby.
America, because Agara Samromo, America,
Yeah,
there's
homophobic
certain
comments on-
things.
But what did
that
he say
you don't-
though? I actually don't know. Do you know anything?
I would have to check because I don't know anything about the baby.
See, it's one thing to bring Mayweather, right? Because I can get it. Maybe Scott.
Scott. I was about to do that. Scott.
Maybe Scott
My-
likes Mayweather. Okay,
Yes,
so I
my
get that.
brother
That's
Scott.
fine. That's fine, right?
Yes.
But don't bring an artist like the baby, hoping to make money out of it because it doesn't
No,
make sense to me.
anzane ngachichira neboys dzekumbara wachitira kureza mari kudzokera kumba.
Mabeke.
Yes, Mabeke. No,
Okay,
the baby
so-
wrong move.
so
I don't
Raw
know.
Entertainment.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's
We're
too
yet
late.
to see.
Okay,
We're yet
I don't
to
know if
see.
it's too late.
We're yet to see.
There's lots of fantastic people they could have brought. They could have brought Asha. They could have brought people who people actually want to see.
Who met Chris
Who
Brown?
the fuck wants to see the baby?
Chris
In the
Brown.
comment section, please let us know who wants to see the baby. You understand?
I trust me. If we get 3 hands, we'll be like,
And then
where were they going to
And
do
then
the
putting
concert?
Prayzah
Where were they putting the
there.
concert?
is it HICC? I don't know.
Kuna.
I don't know. All that
Oh,
is-
Dararians.
oh.
Open space.
See, if this was about making money, if this gig was about making money, we don't even need to go to America to get a washed up rapper. Right?
No.
We could have just left it in Africa. Diamond Platinums would fill up that.
Yes, he
arena.
would. He would
Davido
have.
would fill that joint up.
I know Zadza school
You
hall.
understand what I'm saying?
Eh.
But David Utabone.
Yeah, but he will still fill up. He's got a new album.
The
You
baby, I
understand?
know
But
where
you
goes
can't-
Zadza school hall. He must do like a school tour if you
School
want.
what?
Yeah. A school hall.
So
Yes.
I noticed that. I
Guys,
noticed.
the baby.
I noticed Better Brands is there. So I'm gonna maybe have a word
No, we
with
must
Scott.
ask
We're gonna have a word
Scott.
with
Please
Scott.
ask Scott. Please ask Scott.
Yeah, and we need
Could
to
be
have
what
Miss
was
Shally
up
on the
with
show.
that.
You know,
I
Miss
know,
Shally.
yeah. Will she come through?
Yeah, Remo said he would talk to her. So we need her on the show to explain to
I
us
think maybe episode
who's
50 will be
genius-
fun.
Who
wants to come for
Who was
episode
this genius who said, guys, I know the person to bring.
The baby.
Tell us. There was silence in the room. Tell us. And they just said, the baby.
Induda akatanga kuti akaipa.
Yes, akazo second the motion. Like all those in favor say aye.
All right. So as much as I have love for Prayzah and I love what he's doing,
No,
for Prayzah it's good because he gets money, right? He's getting paid to do work, which is nice. Okay, but in terms of bringing the baby and stuff, guys, let's be serious.
No, it's not. It's just not making sense.
It's not it.
Let's have a hip hop show.
It's not
Would
it.
rather.
You see, if you're bent on bringing the baby, okay, let's have Samanyanga Records there. Let's have Holy 10. Holy 10, those are our guys here, Saint Flo, Bling, 4, and all these other youngsters, because it's a hip hop show.
And they have their following already.
You understand?
Yeah,
so let's get it right. Let's get it right. So Miss Charlie must come to the show. Remo, we'll talk to her. So she comes and explains, because maybe there's some genius to this. You understand? Maybe there's something that we can't see.
I'm going to swap and top up.
Yeah. And I think it's probably because the baby is now cheap, right? Because he's not getting booked because of his homophobic sentiments that he brought out. So he's not the most sought after rapper right now in America. And so maybe pangakati mlo kono pa 5 wando.
5 wachi.
Hakuna Denny, no.
So I don't know.
I had desperate measures.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Is it not what you're drinking? Denny, what are you drinking?
No, my headphones. I don't know.
Are you sure it's the headphones?
There's something wrong with these headphones, bro.
For real?
I could hear, and then now I can't hear. But it doesn't matter.
Becky,
can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Then we're good.
We're good.
Can you hear me?
All right, so guys, Mobile and Zamari, the baby's coming.
But I didn't say for what? For his transport?
For Prayzah.
Oh, for Prayzah. Yes.
Prayzah.
Yes. Goodness, no, don't.
Just do a Prayzah show, though.
Just do it. You know what? Just do.
Save yourself the money, the 500 I'm up at the baby, and then let's just have a Prayzah show. Prayzah will fill up.
Yes, let's just have a Prayzah show, and I think that would work.
Even 2 kings. Ja and Wiki.
So, I don't know if these guys watch our podcast, but Tukin and Victax and all these people, we need Prayzah here, so people know that we don't hate Prayzah, we love Prayzah. Problem is they want to know what to chokwa dona. Problem
Nobody wants the truth.
But we'll continue to give it.
Yes.
Until episode 50 when we wrap up.
Well, oh my gosh. All right. Moving on. Other things that have been happening, especially on social media. The boxer Gorimbo.
Oh yeah.
Yes, amazing story.
Gorimbo.
Yeah.
UFC. What does the Bible say about favor? Please give us a verse, Miss Becky.
What does the Bible say about what?
About favor, about being located. Favor will locate you wherever you are. You understand?
Okay, no, those are some statements that people attach to Bible verses. But however, this is what the Bible says in the book of Joshua. The Bible says,
yes.
Wherever your feet step, you shall have that land. You shall have that land. But you need to
places, but I haven't owned
you
the
need
land.
to know. So this is where the trick is. Yeah. We ask a lot as Christians and we don't exercise the authority that God gave us, where he says, let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich. The Bible doesn't say pray and ask God to make you rich. It says, say you are rich. And then you need to believe and know in your heart that you have those particular things that you said you have. So what Themba Gorimbo did, he sent a message to the UFC and said, yo, I'm an African. I fight, but I want to come and fight in your country. I want to come and fight in your land. What do I need to do? They responded and they said, get a visa. He's like, yo, I can get that. Mm-hmm. They responded back and they said, where are you going to stay? And he says, even in the gym, bro. All I want is a fair chance to prove myself. Amen. He got the visa, he got there, and he placed his foot in the land. Yes. And look at me now. Ooh, look at me now. Look at me now. He's doing the things. He's doing the things. So yes, you can pray, you can do all those things, but if you don't put action towards the dreams and the goals that you want to have, you will get nothing. You will watch other people rise, you will watch other people get lifted, and you will no gara zero. Down. Ta up. Yes, exactly.
Nice. So to those who don't know, tell us what happened.
So Temba went to fight for the UFC, and when he landed in the US, he had like $7 in his account. Like, guys, I'm looking at it like $7, $5 and $2 if you want to put it in cash terms. And he was literally sleeping at the gym.
Right.
He was sleeping at the gym, and it was a DM that he actually sent to the UFC, and he said, "I will sleep on the mat. You don't even have to give me a bed. I will sleep on the floor." But obviously then they said, "Okay, I want to see if this guy is serious. For real. He got there, got into the gym, and he was sleeping on the couch. Got his first fight and obviously won because he's a good fighter. Right. Then he's always wanted to auction, his kit, his fighting kit, and he's like, yo, this is my chance. Let me do it. So he goes onto eBay and auctions his kit, and he wanted to raise money. $3,200 was what he wanted to raise.
Okay.
So that he can just drill a borehole in his village, so that his village people can have clean water.
Nice.
The Rock Johnson sees this thing and flies out to Miami and like, I need to see this guy. Mm-hmm. So he makes $7,000 from that kit. Yep. And he goes and he meets Temba Gorimbo, and Temba is close to tears at this point. Yeah. Meets Johnson for the first time, and Dwayne is like, if I'm ever going to do anything in my life is to assist athletes. Right. And I think he's one of the few celebrity athletes who actually goes out there to support other athletes. Word has it, I haven't seen it in print yet, that Dwayne Johnson is like, I'm not going to let you sleep on the couch anymore. I am going to get you a crib. I'm going to get you a place to put your head. Yeah. So it's an amazing story, but a sad one also. Again, like what the Bible says, since we went there, a prophet is without honor except in his own home. Okay. He wanted to go and have like the Zim flag attached to his kit. Yeah. And was denied.
How true is that?
I don't know, man. Like,
why I ask how true is that is, do I even need permission to make my pants out of the Zim flag if I'm fighting?
But you see now, you want the permission because you want the recognition. Like they must, yes, they are behind. Like I could go and maybe I'm the best runner. Oh God, maybe I'm a sprinter, right? I wouldn't want to go and run somewhere and not have my country backing me. I won. Yeah. And so maybe he did reach out.
Yeah, because people were shouting at Kirsty Coventry saying, how do you...
We saw the lashing.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's true or not, so we need to...
And we don't know if we're going to get a response from her office.
If indeed the Minister of Sport didn't support him. That'll be so messed
up. But he didn't mention it in the t-shirt in the video that he was with Dwayne in. He was wearing a t-shirt written Zimbabwe. Yeah. Right. So I was like, obviously maybe that's not part of his kit for the boxing kit.
Because there was a picture actually. There was a talk to say he then wore South African colors or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. So let's find out a little bit more about that. Like before we start getting upset with people.
No, I wasn't upset. I was just like, it's kind of sad. Okay, so there is a picture of his kit, but it's got UFC all over, nothing Zim there, no flag. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he did good. I mean, it's a good story of if you apply yourself, there's no room for you to fail. Yeah. If you really apply yourself. And so he's doing big things in Miami there. Yeah. Very soon, hopefully, we'll be seeing him posting pictures in his crib from $7.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Andega.
Saka, sometimes it helps, right, to say your story out because I think he posted this and then Dwayne saw it.
When I got your man, does he?
He posted his story. He posted his story. And then Dwayne came across it.
Dwayne came across it and he's like, I had to see this man eye to eye. I had to see him face to face and be like, this is good. And obviously because Dwayne is like the fighter, so obviously Temba Gorimbo was like looking up to The Rock. Yeah, one of the greatest athletes. So it was good. It was good. It was a good one.
And then the leaked video. Did you see the leaked video of Confused?
Denny, I don't understand how many times I have to explain to your people
Explain what?
that whenever there's things like leaked this, leaked what, and it's got nudity involved or stuff like that. These eyes.
Becky,
These words.
My history, my search,
Didn't Nash do it the other day?
you're clever. You delete your shit.
There's nothing to delete.
Do you know some of these people who are holier than thou are the ones who, like the
I've never come out to say I'm holier than thou. Ndangoti pane zvimwe zvinhu. I just thought that. Okay.
Those are some of the biggest subscribers to Pornhub.
Yeah, because their religion says they mustn't do this, they mustn't do that. So obviously things will happen, but this is a choice for me. It's a Becky choice that I choose not to allow myself to see things like that. I will hear
Do
the
you even
nyayas.
allow it? Because they just post this stuff in groups and stuff.
I'm not okay. There we go. I'm not in any of those groups where they post stuff like that.
Okay.
You guys didn't even post it on our platform.
You go to Zim Celebs, you go to...
Not all the time, though.
TV and all
Not
this,
all the time. Like, if I see something interesting or if it pops up, then I will go and I'll check. But I'm not, like, sitting there and saying, what did they post today? I'm not doing that. I'm not. So what happened?
I don't know how this works, bro. Like, since when do guys send news to girls? I'm old school, right? Like, so I don't know. Do guys do that? I mean, you've heard of your friends. Do they get news from guys?
Have you heard?
My understanding.
Oh, good driver. Like, he sent me a picture of his...
My understanding is that guys are meant to receive news.
Okay, they're meant to receive. This is from your great book.
Yes. We don't send.
Okay. Oh, you don't send at all. You're not supposed to.
No. If anyone wants to see
what
my
about
scene,
things like phone sex? If
anyone wants to see my scene, I know you're patting.
No, but I'm saying let's take it to the whole phone sex era, right? I'm sure it's still happening.
Yeah.
Right? Then there's the whole video
era?
thing. Phone sex was big.
I missed that era.
You liar, Denny.
Yeah, we did
phone sex where you end up using your imagination, but you're on the phone.
Yeah,
and
but
then
there's
you're
no
like,
screen
I'm
recording
taking your
to
shirt
that.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking my shirt off? But you're fully clothed.
It's all in the head.
There go my shirt. I just tossed my bra.
Yes. I just took off my bra and like, ooh, bra. Things we did. So now with the videos in place, FaceTime, WhatsApp call, or whatever the case is, you're talking to your person and you want to be all sexy. So the guy doesn't do anything. It's the girl who's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not fair, but
Len operish.
yeah, it's not fair,
Ladies.
but you know what I mean. Like, cause now you have Confused on a call with a chick, and the chick is recording, right? Video call, whatever, and she's recording, and guy is flexing, is showing, my scene.
Oh, confused.
You know.
He was kind of confused at that point, I'm sure. Maybe the chick is...
That's a whole lot of confusing right there.
Maybe the chick was that bad. Like, she's a baddie. Would you resist the baddie? Like the baddie is bad. She's not just a baddie. She's like a bad baddie. And then she's like, I could twist it up voice.
Baddie.
Yes, my baddie baddies and the baddie got confused.
That's
all
how
confused.
They do it. The baddie baddies.
So you are saying he was wrong to do that?
Very.
Clearly.
Yeah, but the chick also so why Licky said the things
why
all
would
right?
the chick record though?
Okay,
Record and send.
record fine.
Sending.
Record fine. The sending
Aiwa,
and the sharing.
You know the story.
Guys,
That's the same story.
It's always the same story. Like, we need to wake up.
And then my phone got stolen, and there's more. She actually said there's more in there, so I don't know by chance who would have, but just forgive me in advance. Just forgive me in advance, whatever.
Hello? chiposta ye phone call yatakamboita. I think posta yoyo. Okay. I have no idea when the next thing is gonna come out.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Or she's doing it herself. Yeah. Okay, I think today
so
that one.
So the moral of the story is, don't do phone sex.
Video, pictures.
These phone video, whatever.
No, but it's the trust issue for me. It's more than a trust issue, Danny. Even if you tell us not to do it, we are going to do it. We are going to do Oga. We are going to do it. Mm-hmm. We are going to do those videos. We're going to take those pictures.
No, it's chicks. Please don't stop. I don't want you guys to stop.
I thought you're telling everybody here. Like, no, let's be fair. No, let's be fair. Can we balance it out? Can we balance it out?
What are the reviews saying about? You saw the video. You're not on camera. You saw it, right? The confused video.
You saw it.
Yeah. So what are the reviews? I mean, is he packing?
Please, what are the reviews?
What are they saying?
What are the reviews?
No, I didn't see the comments though.
No, but that's the whole idea
your
of
friends,
watching the video.
The other lady friends.
I don't know. Because then I saw it myself.
And you didn't talk about it with anybody?
No, I didn't.
So, okay, so what's your review? What's your review? So you were like,
the video. I just saw. I didn't see like what was there, but I just saw.
What did you see? What did you see?
You saw what you didn't see.
You were doing like this. So no, wait. She was watching like.
Did you sort of see? What's the word on the streets? Is he trending? Is he trending? Do girls suddenly want him now?
I don't. Okay, is that supposed to make girls want the guy?
Yeah. Some of these things turn out positive.
The levels one.
Did levels become popular?
My streets got levels.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Levels are not respected. My streets.
Oh, okay.
Fifth
grade.
It's more likely.
It's been sorted already.
Alright, so I want to understand, like, for confused, are the streets buzzing? Because it's always an experiment.
Otherwise, it's pointless.
It's always an experiment.
It's
right?
always an experiment.
When a nigga hollers at you, you're like, is he packing? Is he packing? Is he not packing? Or whatever. I think these are thoughts that go through women's minds.
So this girl, was it a girlfriend? Is it his girlfriend? Or it's one of those?
I think it's a chick.
That he's just talking to.
I don't even think it's his chick. I think it was hollering. So, like, I'm saying,
that's
like,
worse for
is
this.
this how we're doing it now? Are we quick to holler and then drop our pants?
No, I'm friends with confused. I don't know if it's manager or some guy who's assisting him in his music in the UK. The one who shoots his videos and everything. I'm friends with him. Jambata ndomuvunza
plus talks out to my DM are buzzing.
Kuti go how far, my guy?
How has the response been?
Yes, and then it's like, but why?
I know. I mean, sometimes. If you're one of these young cats and you do a strategic release of a sex tape, it might boost your career.
But he's not trending.
Is he not?
Okay, when was it posted? Let's just check it out. When was it posted and where was it posted?
I have no idea.
But
it's
but now my comments.
What were the comments saying?
They were pretty.
They were pretty.
His DM could be buzzing.
Danny seems chuffed with confused, but not like, I'm not happy with you, young man, but well done.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah. So I think it's buzzing. I don't know. Shit, we need to find out. You find out from the guy.
Yes, no, I will. I will ask him. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, and then from what he tells you, then we know what advice to give people. Guys,
could you do it or don't do it?
Strategically leak your shit, just so that it shows what you're packing. It might be good for your DMs.
Yeah, but then if it wasn't a strategy or if it wasn't something planned, it's really sad.
Yeah.
Because that whole trust
it wasn't
issue
because the chick was apologizing and shit.
But they all.
Answer guys, if you delete it from your phones, I'm gonna drop a song.
Yeah,
who's gonna do that?
He's making fun of it, which is okay.
So he's making.
It's not his fault. It's this chick who was excited or whatever, and then she recorded.
So he's making fun of it.
You know how you record shit and then you send to your tightest homie, but your tightest homie is a tight homie who also might want to see. Before you know it,
but that's how it goes viral.
Yeah, it's out there. you know.
No, but then with things like that, don't you all know who would have leaked it? Can't you vese one of our ramba?
Ah, but we-
But don't you go to me, Ray?
for your eyes only, bro. Okay, guys. So we don't do phone sex on live.
Just do it
phone calls.
over the phone with your
You know,
clothes on.
If the chick wants to see the item, she
Send
can
her
just
your
come
chest.
over.
Oh,
She must come
come over.
and then you show her. This stuff of showing people over the phone, you don't know who's watching with her,
Okay.
right?
Stop it.
You don't know who's watching
Yeah.
with
so,
her.
So if a chick says, send me a pic or send me a video of this, that,
Winner.
you be like, we ever did. You don't want to ever did. I think that's the best way because these leaks.
No, but what about if it's one of those? It must be reciprocal, ka? If I send you something, send me something back.
I know on paper, but you know, this is a man's world.
It's a man, and it's nothing without women in
Yeah,
it.
it's not fair. It's not fair, but that's what's up. That's what's up, Becky came. You know, we don't send things to chicks, but we receive.
No, I'm learning.
Gladly.
I will tell my son.
Yeah, just receive.
You don't have to tell him. Just send him this way.
Because what I noticed is, apart from the few people who then do revenge porn and leak stuff,
Yeah.
most of the guys, you know, they're pretty good with keeping that shit on wrap. So be free to send to the guys, but don't expect to receive anything. But the guys, if they're like legit guys, they're not gonna leak your shit.
Oh, legit guys don't leak stuff.
And we did say like, I don't know. Must I teach everybody everything?
Okay, go on.
You know, like nowadays, there's lots of apps, right? Where like if you get stuff that's sensitive, because you're always at risk, your phone could get stolen soon after receiving whoever's news. Right?
Yes, it could get stolen
So
for
as soon
sure.
as you get it, use one of these apps. There's so many of them. Volt is an app, and so on. So what happens with these apps is if your phone gets stolen, they won't be able to get into the vault to see. So the footage could be in the phone, but it's encrypted. So nobody will ever see it. So then you make it safer for chicks to want to send news.
Okay, so make it safe
Let's
for
make
them.
it safe, guys, for this. women
Otherwise, if it's not
to
safe,
send
with
stuff.
chicks ain't sending
You
nothing.
know what I mean? They need to know you have military grade encryption so that if anything happens, their stuff is safe.
Don't send it.
So girls, also to the women, before you send any news to people, make sure he shows you that he has an app with military grade encryption.
All right, so this
that
is
when you send them, you know your shit is safe.
okay. So this is I'm flirting with my husband. He's away somewhere. I want to send him my nudes.
Yes.
I must make sure he's got that app in case his phone gets stolen.
So that it's encrypted. He saves it, but he
You
saves
learn
it
quick,
within the
Becky.
app.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We are fixing the
I went to an
country.
8th grade school.
We're fixing the country. What do you guys?
You know what? I really wanted to know what Nash had to say about this. This is one moment I'm like, Nash, what do you have to say about this?
Akatumire iko masini.
Akatumire. Unaona ji.
Utumire masini.
Utumire masini.
Yeah, no, but that's cool. Speaking of apps,
And also, you see what? Yeah, before you speak about apps, you see what happens now when you send masini. Because pamwe munhu anogara achisendwa masini, now wakuitwa comparison nemasini.
finish. And a library. He's
I
got
never
a whole
fold.
vault.
Yeah.
He's got.
Wanditumira kadora, guys, there's always so better they be surprised. Also, kadora kako ji. Last minute, you got it.
Oh, be safe out there.
Learn or perish.
Yes, learn or perish. Perish or learn. Oh my gosh. You're going to
Talking
give me
about
a
apps,
headache.
what were you about to tell me about it?
I was saying, talking about apps and, getting stuff that, for your phone and all.
Yeah.
There was that whole war of the battle between Twitter and Threads. I don't know how far that case has gone, if Elon Musk even took Mark
You were
Zuckerberg to
quick on
court.
Threads, right? You
I
jumped on
was.
that. You
I
were like-
did. I was, and it's working for me. Like it's fine. I'm not complaining. And I managed to interact with new people online that I have on Instagram, but they were never giving me a second look. You know, but now that we all jumped on Threads at the same time, I comment on their post, they comment on mine. I'm like, she commented, and you know, and then you can even start like, because there's no DMs and stuff in there, you just shit your shorty papo papo, like
There's
out
no
there.
DMs?
No.
So you're getting a lot of people hollering at you on there?
No, they ain't silly like that. I mean, like as in business, when you want to talk
But there's always a guy who's trying
collaboration.
to holler. There's always the holler guy.
They haven't done it on Threads yet.
Where did they do it?
On Instagram.
Or
Speaking
DMs?
of which,
Can
there
I
was.
see your DMs? Like,
Let me show you one. I didn't even respond to this one because please don't say the name.
okay, I want to.
All right. I didn't even know how to respond to this one because I was like, I don't understand what this person wants me
The
to
DM
do.
must be buzzing.
You know, I'm watching to not delete it because it's just stupid. Because I'm just like, I'm not. Oh, wait, where did I put
You
it?
get like what, 20 DMs a day?
I wouldn't say that. But when they do come, it's one of those, okay. Oh man, I can't find it. We actually looked at it with my husband and I was like, what do you think? My husband was like, yeah.
We want to see it. We need it.
Man, I'm looking for it. I didn't like pin it or anything.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
While you look for it, that's
While I look
so
for it.
has this thing replaced your Twitter? Are you on there more than you're on your Twitter?
Yes, I'm like.
Or your ex.
So now, I was about to say,
bullshit.
I hadn't been on Twitter for a while. I posted recently. Oh, there's a guy that we need to have on the show. His name is Young DLC. Amazing young boy.
It sounds like a rapper.
Producer.
Okay.
Producer. But I think he is working on his own music. He did with Prayzah again.
Young Dope, do you know him? Oh, Young DOC.
Yeah, Young DLC. He's quite good. Even his
What do you
mind,
do?
he's got a brilliant mind.
Okay.
Man, where is that message?
So what was he saying? in the
No,
video?
he said so. Okay, the message said, "I'm a fan of your work. I love your work, but are you okay if I send you money? Like, would you, no?" So the question was, will your husband be okay with the fan sending you money?
Hell yeah.
But ndio Maria tu daga yuko UK.
Hell yeah. And then?
No, but no, I've received messages like that before, right? And then you don't respond a couple of times, and then it's like, but shanduk chingita.
Oh shit.
That's where it always ends up. Like, am I showing signs? Like,
down.
yeah. Like, am I showing poverty? Am I showing poverty signs, guys?
Like your Instagram, there's no poverty on your Instagram.
No, like, but like in person, like you guys know me. Like, do I show? Am I exuding? Help me, I'm dying. Like it always gets there. So I don't respond because if I do respond, I then open that door for them to be like, yes, maybe. My pictures with some artists from here. Like, you know, I took care of Ningi when they came. Look, I took them shopping. I can do this for you too. And I'm like, oh, so you can take my pictures also and send them to someone and be like, look, when Becky was here,
Doma blaza no ligisa manuzi wa.
I get it. So I do. I get those kind of DMs, and some are just like simple and honest, like, oh, banging body. I'm like, thanks. No.
But you're gonna your husband. That's a G.
No, we go through.
If it was me, I would have, designed the response. May this name. Then that name of also later. Thank you.
Let's do the business, baby.
This is why I keep asking you to get I've always asked this question.
Becky get what I want to.
Clearly it's not.
Okay, so it's not ghetto enough for you. No, but no, we just laugh about stuff like that. It's chapter money.
And then the others just holler like, yo.
No, the others just holler, and those that are, there's hollering and then there's sexual harassment. And then especially when you see the face of the
Oh shit.
Becky. This is Becky.
No, listen, I'm not. No, wait. We have another lady in the room, right?
Yeah.
I'll just ask her, and you must just look at her, like her responses.
Yeah.
If a good-looking guy came and say to you, "Hey, beautiful," is that sexual harassment or aruku comment? Right. Poya.
Mr. Aki.
Facially challenged type of thing, and like you can tell, Guti, I know, man. Maybe I know
What am I gonna put you?
I know hey sister. Sister.
Sure.
You'll be offended, and
What
it.
did I read?
Hey, what did right? And it.
Some rude discriminator.
No, but not just. You know what? That the handsome guy can come through and be like, there's your new sister.
And then
And you be like, you be man, sadaro. Right? And then go, hey, sister. There's your new sister. It's the hand. It's the hand.
Yeah.
Hey, sister. Right? And then, so, yeah, it just comes and you're just like, get up, you know.
But Becky, you're discriminating.
No, I'm not discriminating. I'm a
Funny
married
nigga.
woman and I cannot be entertaining certain things. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
sister.
hey, sister. That statement irks me. And then, so back to the apps thing. I digress. My goodness. All right. So the app thing, Mark Zuckerberg checking the and then makes threads. Yeah. We jumped onto it. Good platform, right? And then he's like, no, copying is okay and all of that, but when you steal ideas, I'm taking you to court and all. And then now he changes the emblem. Is it, do we call it emblem? Or the logo? He rebrands Twitter. Yeah, so it's no longer that beautiful bird and everything. And it's black and white just like Threads.
That is some bullshit.
So this is me now on my phone. I'm looking for my Twitter.
Yeah,
and then
you got X.
Now I can't find it. And then I see this X and I was like, I've been hacked. What app is that? Because I didn't download this. I didn't download this. And I press it and I see it's my Twitter. So now, is it still called Twitter?
No, it's called X. I don't know what the fuck is going on and what's wrong with it.
So let me X you. Let me send you an X. So they X'd and said...
You're trending on X.
Yes, you're trending on X.
I've got a feeling he's going to do a U-turn on this one.
How? How so?
Because I don't even know who advised him to do that shit.
No, but that's Elon Musk. Does he take advice from
really
anybody?
Look at it, the billions that he paid for Twitter was actually for the brand Twitter. Because the brand Twitter is very popular, right? Twitter, the little bird, and the whole Twitter thing, my tweet, my it just works, right? And then you suddenly decide, I want to change it to become X. I'm not even trying to be on an
X.
An X. But I wouldn't mind being on Twitter. So I don't know what it is. I think maybe when you get very rich,
you go crazy.
You just see things your own way. Like, I don't even know why that would be a good idea. It's similar to having Prayzah, be the curtain raiser for the baby. I mean, that shit doesn't make sense to me.
Sha, don't say curtain raiser. And
that's what they call it in Africa.
It's supporting act.
Okay, supporting act.
Sub-supporting act.
Do you understand? It doesn't make sense. It's like you have a nice brand, a very popular brand, and a very catchy little bird.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. It was nice.
Twitter.
Yes, tweet.
Tweet me.
X me.
So now X me. Yeah. And I never understood Twitter. You on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I was on Twitter. I was doing pretty well. I was doing pretty well. And then Threads came along and I was like, woo, new ground. We like exciting stuff.
Yeah. But I'm told that it's no longer buzzing like it was. I think people just liked it because it was new.
Yeah, but that's what happens with new stuff. You play with it, and then you're like, yeah, anchada. I want to play with something new. But if you keep using it, it will gain its relevance. Twitter was like that also. But Twitter was exciting and then remained on because it was the only one like that.
Yeah.
That's why it's like that. So now you've got Threads and you've got Twitter, so people have got two places to jump on.
Yeah.
It's just like Instagram and TikTok.
Right.
So Instagram, yes, you can still post reels and all, but TikTok is solemnly for like your videos. You hardly would post a picture on TikTok. It's just for videos. Yeah. So now Instagram gives you the best of both worlds. You've got your videos and you've got your reels.
But I prophesy that
please don't prophesy doom.
That
X.
Yeah, X is going to come back as Twitter. He's going to have, you know how
it's like, I was just playing around.
And then he's going to turn it around, and then it's going to be back to being called Twitter again, and then it's going to have the little cute little bird because that worked. Why change something that works?
Maybe he wasn't working for him, and he was the owner.
No, he's just been fucking shit up ever since he took that thing. He's just been going out of his way to fuck it up. So I think I think he's a reasonable guy. He's going to come back to his senses.
You think he's a what?
He's a reasonable guy. He's going to come back to his senses.
Elon Musk, reasonable guy.
Well, I mean, you have to have some sort of reasoning for you to make money like that, to be that rich.
I mean, we'll see, but I got the shock of my life.
Yeah.
I was just like, X. Okay. And yeah, but like there's that question you raised, Guti, are people still using Threads? If you're still using Threads, let us know in the comment section that yes, I am still.
And is it better than Twitter?
It was exciting. It's still exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting. And the fact that you meet new people, or like people that wouldn't normally talk to you on Instagram.
Yeah.
You are actually exchanging comments.
Right.
On Threads. I think that's the plus that it has.
That's dope.
Yeah. What else we got?
Okay. EFF.
Oh, 10 years.
Yeah.
Apparently they filled up.
Did you see how packed that stadium was?
It was packed. But 10 years.
Yeah.
10.
10 years.
They're doing something right.
Yeah. It's very popular. It looked very beautiful, like to have an opposition party fill up a stadium like that. And it just looked nice. It was just all red in the stadium. That's amazing. So shout out to
I wanted to say something, Gunguiros.
I saw that.
Say, let me hear.
No.
You wanted to say Triple C? Because that's what would immediately come, right? Like if you're talking EFF in South Africa and then you hear, what are you going to talk about?
I was talking about...
Yeah, the Triple C moment. Oh, shit. And we choose not to do politics here, man.
No, we don't do politics here, Denny. But
these guys are ZPF.
Yes, no, but we will comment on political issues.
From
but
time to time,
we don't do politics. Soro ambeao. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but yeah. EFF 10 years. Julius Malema is doing something right, definitely. Yeah. And I think it's also with his doctrines. I don't know if that's the right word to use. Yeah. But it's also with his doctrines. What he stands for, he stands for. Yeah. And he's also at that point that even within the opposition, anyone who does poop drunk things, get out. Yeah, he's not condoning violence. He's not condoning anything silly. If you're not moving according to what they stand for, I think you are out the door. And I think that's the best way to build a sustainable political party. Yeah. Like if it's 10 years, I don't know where they'll be in 20 years. Yeah. If they do run for presidency every time there is like elections and all, you don't know where they'll be in 20 years. But if they've got good structures.
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, look, it's one thing to be chucked out of a big party like the ANC and go and start off your own party and then have so much growth within a short period of time. Because in politics, 10 years is a very short period of time. Because when you look at ANC, those parties,
years.
Yeah, So, so kudos to...
Like 10 years is just the beginning, isn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's nice. And I think people like the whole, let's take the farms, let's take the mines, let's take the, black people like that. You understand?
To do what with them?
You know, we like to take our things back.
And then
Because
do
the issue is
what?
like, let's take our things back.
But do you know how to handle the things that you want to
But
take back?
you know what? It doesn't matter.
Or let me just give it back to me.
It's mine. Give it back to me. You know, it's like Mugabe once said, the fact that the thief who stole my car has a license and I don't does not justify him to keep the car. That's some deep shit right there. I know. So
No driver sales license.
changu ndisinga driver.
Actually, achipaki hapo.
Paka mu garage ndo tsvaga license.
Do it giz.
Okay, I must just see that it's there.
Changu chiri papa ichi.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So it's deep rooted, you know. South Africa, I think South Africa, there's going to be a revolution at some point because, you know, the parallels are too much. You know, there's so many poor people in that country, yet the country is very rich. The wealth is in the hands of the minority.
But I think that's the story in like most African countries, is that not?
80% of the wealth in South Africa is in the hands of the white people and the Indians. So it's not sustainable, you understand? Something's got to give. So, you know, so it's a very dangerous state of affairs, and that's the reality. If you go to South Africa, the majority of the people are suffering, you know? You have very rich people and very poor people, you know?
Sure.
So I don't know. I don't know where it's going to end up, but I just feel like, you know, there's going to be some sort of revolution sometime because the bulk of the people, the youngsters, they're now getting more and more educated, right? So they realize that, you know, we are living in this beautiful country. But when you look at who owns everything, it's not the black people.
Yeah. I attended, I think sometime last month, it was the second round table where the vice president or the deputy president was guest of honor. It was hosted by young people.
In South Africa?
In South Africa, yes. And it's called the YNDC, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And they had like different panels that came through to speak and all. And the last panel that spoke was moderated by a young lady named Karabo, who is part of the NYD forum. And she was interviewing princes within South Africa, you know, from the kingdom in Mpumalanga, the kingdom close, what's that place close to, like the Botswana and South Africa border? Yes, and, you know, and other princes from Botswana also. But so she was interviewing all of these princes. I think there were like 4 or 5. And you could tell in their young minds that they were very patriotic about their countries. And so there's a prince who's there by the border, by the Botswana border. And he was saying, we've got Americans that are mining in Botswana. They're mining the diamonds and everything. But he says, we don't let them go with everything. We tell them if you're going to be coming to mine, they've got a license that you mine for this period. And while you are here and you're mining, you're going to develop the town. You're going to develop the place where you are mining. Because half the time they come through, they mine, and they leave the city in disarray. They leave the towns, you know, like barely there. It's like having a mining town that looks poor.
Right.
For me, that doesn't make sense. Like you are mining gold, you're mining lithium, you're mining
that story
diamonds.
is followed out throughout even Zimbabwe. You know, the Chinese are mining. They're doing a lot of mining in the country, but in terms of development, they're not developing much. Yeah,
so what this prince has done, he said, because his father is the king there, but he's in charge of, you know, the development of the town. And he's like, you will not come and dig on our land and live it in disarray, and you don't leave a school there, you don't leave a hospital, you don't leave, you know, some form of structure, some development. You are going to fix it. And then on top of that, they're still getting a percentage of whatever it is that they're mining. So I don't know how well it is going, but this is what they were saying. And I'm thinking, if young people think like that, and these are young people who've got decision, like power-making decisions, and was it decision-making power? Decision-making power. Hey, the English just did like...
We're waiting.
Yeah.
To come back.
Hey, you are waiting. So once they're put in that position where they can make decisions, and they make good decisions, and I guess development becomes better. It becomes better in that.
But I think it goes beyond development, because South Africa is developed. You understand?
Yeah, but then there's people who
But
own.
the people are poor.
That's what I'm saying, Guti. He's saying you will employ the locals. They will work for you.
Yeah.
What was it that was built? I hope I remember the country where everything was coming from China. The water, the labor, everything, the food. It was coming from China, but you are building something in that land.
Yeah.
Employ the people from there. If they don't know, you teach them how you want things done. So yes, you're going to bring a couple of people from your country, but then to also train the locals. You can't come and want to take over everything and you watch the locals not handling.
Yeah, you have to create
And
employment.
Yes, you have to create
and
employment.
This is the model that the Chinese use, because the problem with the Chinese is when they come to develop something, they will bring even the menial workers. You understand? Which means
to the water
locals,
boy.
the
Yeah,
locals
they've got
are not-
nothing to
are
do.
not going to benefit.
Yes, but then we allow them to come into the country.
But
employ.
But the problem that we have is because most of the time when the Chinese come to do things, they are funding it, right? They will say they will build you whatever it is, right? We'll build you this building, but we will use our labor, we will give you the money. So in terms of negotiating, you can't negotiate much because the thing that is being built, you're not paying for it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Also, like,
so
because
their
it's free,
conditions are
you
like,
can't.
Their conditions are like, we will build this thing, but we are going to bring our people to build it.
So we should
Because
just
they
sit
also
there
have an
and be
employment
like,
issue that they have to take care of in their own country.
and they can't
So
employ
they end
them
up-
in their country.
Yeah, they end
that's
up
it.
bringing these people to do stuff that our people can do. And the reason why they can do that is because isusu hatisikuwapa mari hatina mari yekuvapa kuti vavake ivo vari kuti financer vobva
But can't we meet a balance? Can't we meet at a balance where?
I'm sure the politicians should be able to negotiate that, to say, look, your airport is not good to us if it's not going to bring employment to our people.
Yes, because the employment still needs to be done.
Let's build this airport, but let's pay our people to do it. You understand? Where they can. The technical people can come from China, it's fine. But the bricklayer, the guy who's doing basic stuff,
Yeah.
you can't bring him from China. You understand? So this is
True.
so the model has to the politicians have to negotiate better deals for
I don't know what Zambia is doing right, but they're doing something right. I stand
But there was a
corrected.
problem in Zambia because I think Edgar Lungu was very close with the Chinese. The Chinese
that time,
practically ran that country. They would come, they would abuse workers.
But now you've got
all sorts of
Americans, you've
stuff.
got Lebanese.
Yeah.
But all the Lebanese, they're just like every mall that I entered, there was like Lebanese people
Yeah.
in there. So I'm saying I don't know what they did right, but they did something right because you've got Zambians that are employed in these malls
Yeah, but I have a problem.
with.
The fact that a Lebanese can come and open a shop. There are sectors in the economy which must be reserved for locals. Because
But the locals are there.
because-
Panesha, what we tell?
no, because the locals can put together $2,000 to start a shop or $3,000.
Okay, yeah,
But they don't have enough money to start a
To-
mining
yeah.
project, a major one.
true.
So when we allow foreigners to do the little work, very soon we're going to have vendors being foreigners. Let's leave vending to the locals. Let's leave retail shops to the locals because the barriers to entry are very low. You just need a little bit of money. You can 2,000 for a shop. So let's leave shops. Let's not have foreigners running shops. And because we want our people
You're
to
taking
run
away
those
from-
little things.
right.
The foreigners must come and do heavy injections. Projects that need millions, which we don't have.
Yeah, but then they come and they do the heavy injections, the projects that bring millions. But ndine mwana wangu akachila. Mwana wangu ndomuvhurira. You see, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Heavy project yenyu ikoko.
Ni mwana wako.
Matuck shop, mashop,
TCA isisu.
small industry, chichichi, don't, my foreigners must have a cap. They must, for you to become an investor in the local economy, you must have at least $1 million,
Yeah.
or $500,000, and you must be injected in certain industries. You can't do retail.
So you'll end up
Even the
having
law
people
today-
enjoying a beautiful country,
the local laws here don't allow Chinese to open up shops and all these little things. But there's always loopholes because the Chinese guy will come and holler at Becky.
I was
and then
about
make
to say,
Becky-
Guti, what do you
and
mean?
then make Becky their wife.
Avabvumirwe, vakazara uko.
Then Becky wife, then Becky akuvula mashop. All Nigerians do that. You understand? You just
Okay.
need to have
You
a
find
common spouse,
something.
and then you are able to trade in these sectors, which you are not allowed to. So there's always loopholes, you know? And there must be people on the ground to make sure, because my marriage is of convenience.
Yeah, and then- Apa zvinonzi vanosema vanhu vadhema.
But they're very...
So I don't understand how far, like,
Why
would you marry and have children?
Yeah.
Have you been to Guangzhou?
No, I haven't, but I will soon.
Those places are very, they're some of the dirtiest places.
Yeah.
Guangzhou. Beijing is very clean.
Okay.
Beijing is like first world. It's like...
Oh, nice.
But kunana Guangzhou, the my towns are, you have,
One.
deplorable conditions and some of the places are really...
So when they then come to Africa and they see...
But some of them are coming from poverty, it is serious. The
But
minute the minute they get on a plane to Zimbabwe, I'm my boss. So this mindset needs to be changed.
You said it.
Yeah.
The mindset definitely needs to be
We need to
changed.
fix the count 3. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I had. Baku, you were telling me about pub choir. My nephew.
Ooh, pub choir.
My nephew runs the pub choir, right?
Icho, please.
Yeah. His name is Simbai.
Simbai.
Yeah, Simbai Muka.
Simbai Muka. Okay.
So I went for the very first time. The last one that they had at 7 nights, it was packed.
Yeah.
To the brim. It was nice. I was so proud to see, how he's a very young boy. He's very young.
How is it run? Like,
Very
what
amazing.
happens at the pub choir? Is there like a DJ playing music? Because I've only seen the crowd.
Baku Media.
I've
tell
seen
us.
snippets of the crowd.
Yeah. So it's basically like the last one was Urban Grooves. I don't know what the one before that was. So they were playing all these Urban Groove tracks, and then we were all singing along. It's like big ass karaoke, like an auditorium full of.
So will there
people.
be like a
The lyrics-
screen?
yeah, the screens are there. There are lots of screens, and then the lyrics on there, and we're all singing along. And the Urban Grooves one was very nice. We were singing along to all those Nana Shaina, all those back in the day tracks. It was so nice, and it was packed. So the next one, there's another one that's coming up. It's coming up when next week. Next week, and it's
Uchazorezwa zvinhu zvered
let me look.
ipapo.
Let me look.
Toswera taita malips
Okay, 5
red,
August.
but-
Okay. So because
Sorry.
there was a lot.
Okay.
There was a
I'm
lot
here.
of posts. There was a lot of posts that went all around social media when they did the 7 Us one. Because a lot of people didn't know about it, right?
Yeah.
They were like, I wish I knew, whatever. So now you know. The next one is, I don't see a camera. So the next one. So the next one is on the... So why am I addressing that camera, bro? You can't just be changing cameras on a nigga like that, bro. Okay, so the next one is on 5 August. Baku Media is going to put up the flyer on there. So you guys make sure you come to that one.
Yeah.
It's at 40 Bargate Road, Mount Pleasant in Harare. Order of activities, there's going to be garden games from 3 to 6, tug of war, giant Jenga, mini golf, mechanical
Oh,
pool,
nice.
bungee,
And then the final
trampoline.
thing is
There's also a movie screening, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And then the pub
movie
choir
ipi ye 1
sing-along
hour and
starts
30
from
minutes.
7:30.
a movie ipi 1 hour 30 minutes.
No, regular movies should be about 1 hour.
I smart 2 hours.
I ain't got my long one.
You were Jairam African movie.
Oh,
This is a bit different. Becky, this is a bit different from what you're used to.
Chidekebo!
Yeah.
Hey.
So, yeah, from 7:30 p.m., the pub choir starts. So you guys better be there. 40 Bargate Road, Mount Pleasant, Harare. We will be there. Becky won't be there because she'll be overseas.
I'll be in the UK. I'll be in London.
Kingdom,
London.
She'll
Yeah, I'll be in
United
London.
Kingdom, yeah?
I'll be in London.
Indo
Matimadi.
Timber goes to town.
Temba goes to town. Matimadi.
Yeah, my one. So, pub choir under the stars, 5 August.
Prepare.
Yep.
I think
we will see you
when I
there.
get back, I'll be present for the next one.
For the next one, yeah?
Yeah, the next one, yeah, I'll definitely be there. Yeah, Mawani.
Usazonoti pardon you go.
Pardon. Pardon me. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's all I had from my desk.
Oh, that's all you had for your disc. Let's just bring it back home 2 seconds. Shashel launched her album, Solitude.
Oh, shit, that was amazing. My apologies. I had confirmed that I would be there. I really wanted to be there.
So this is me getting
I
to the
love-
gate.
Yeah, I love Shasho.
I was hosting. So I get to the gate. I'm like, hi, Becky K. I'm the MC. This guy at the gate. And you know, that's the worst thing when they can't find your name on the list and you feel like, I know I didn't gate crush this thing. And
I'm Becky K.
I'm Becky K. And then another guy comes and says, I don't know, I'm Dara Wasi. I'm Denny J.
Denny J.
It's your...
So I'm thinking, so if I wasn't hosting, by reason of being on the Denny J show, I was gaining entry into this thing. Okay,
yeah,
cool. So they then tell me, no, because Denny J only put one name. We were not so sure if you were coming through. I'm like, so Denny's going to be here. Okay, cool. The whole evening, I waited for my nigga to pop up, and the nigga didn't pop up. So I was like, okay, cool.
I mean, if I had known you were the MC,
You would have done what?
I would have come.
No,
Shit.
but just support nonetheless, my guy.
I was going to come. I love Shashul. I love her voice. I think she's amazing.
It was an amazing launch. She did good. The album is called Solitude. It's got 6 songs. And then I think Mbava is on YouTube at the moment. Yeah. The visuals are amazing. It is clean. Even Tammy Moyo was like, as a musician, I'm very visual. And this for me was on point.
So who was performing there?
Okay, so there was I Am King. There was Kim Makumbe, Poptain.
Right.
Yeah.
Salga.
And then Shashel obviously then performed like a few tracks and from her previous album also. And then there were artists that came to support. King 98 was there. Nice. I'd never met him in person. I've always like been seeing him like on social media. Very humble guy. But he's like a vibe. You could tell that, a good kid. Then I met what's his name? He's famous on social. Stuart Nyamayaro. Yeah. Who else did I see? But it was fun. Lance, Dr. Lance.
Oh, shit. Why didn't you?
Why didn't I what? Why didn't I? If you were there, you would have said something.
We need him on the show.
Yeah, but if you were there, you would have told him, my nigga, we need you on the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a good launch. And then there was a segment where I interviewed her, obviously asking about how Solitude came about and all. Towards the end of the interview, I then asked her what part of her musical journey her parents play, like the family. And she says, they play a big role, very supportive. And then she took that moment to apologize.
Apologize? Okay.
Yeah, she apologized to the family. She apologized to the fans.
For what? What did she do?
The videos that leaked and everything. And she's like,
sex tape.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it that, but
What's sex tape, Gabby?
I don't know why they call it tape. Like it's on VHS, right?
It's not exactly. So I'm like, you wanna call it that? It's leaked videos.
Leaked video doesn't sound.
Oh, it must
dramatic.
be.
Yeah.
It must be some Kim Kardashian level
leaked
tape.
It's not like FBI files.
FBI files. Yeah. So she took that moment to just apologize, like, hey, you know what? I didn't see that coming, and I know you were hurt, you were disappointed, and I'm sorry about that. But I'm wiser, and we move. So nice. Yeah, that was quite nice.
So I missed out. Yeah, I really.
You missed that, and the evening. So now what? That's when I realized, Guti, yay, I don't go out that much, and if I'm out, I'm working, right. Because Yakatanga like at 8. Right, people arrived from 6. People were coming through, but the program started like at 8, 8:30. In by 10 o'clock, I was like, yo, I'm counting sheep. 87, 88. I wanted to sleep. I wanted to go home, and people were still wide awake.
At 10 it didn't start. What time did it
start? No, like it started at 8. But I'm saying as the program was going on, like I left like just before midnight.
Oh shit! Okay.
And I'm thinking, I left people there. They were still booting. They were still having a blast.
Nice.
And then I wanted to, and I was like, is this what happens?
What about food?
Food was there. No, Alcohol was there, Denny. Food was. You missed out.
Okay, because big budget. Because, uptown,
No, proper.
Shashul is uptown.
Yes, no, it was proper. It was proper. It was even the decor. Like no, kanga kusina prawns, but kanga kune chigo. Chicken, crammed. What? It was neat. It was neat. Yeah.
I mean, I get invites to come to these things, but I don't usually go because.
Why? You're at the Denny J show. You'd be like on the list, dude.
But Shashil was gonna go because I knew.
No, everything. It was neat. It was neat.
For that one, I was gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah, I know for sure if I'm ever invited to anything that has to do with Shashil, whether I'm emceeing it or not, I'm definitely there.
Yeah.
It was very well organized.
Yeah.
What's the other thing?
So when is she coming? To the podcast.
Episode 50.
51.
There's no 51, bro.
Then you gotta bring
We're
it
ending
up.
on 50.
You know what?
As soon as you dictate up and this.
I see your name is there, and I see show yako inuisha. It's not your show. It's the people's show. It's just got your name on there.
We put in a lot of work. 50 episodes is not a joke, man.
No, it's not. Well done. Clap hands for yourself. Which one is the clap? Yes, clap hands for yourself. Well done. Everybody, let's celebrate Denny. 49 episodes on the Denny J show. We're going for number 50, and then we'll be back. Yako yakuti hey tapedza chichichi what nah.
No, because that's not the board. We're doing the show, right? And you're never available. So I'm saying, I'm saying, now it's hey, he's throwing it back to me like he always does. Guys, that. When Becky, maybe we'll come back like in the future. What a time! We'll have lots of time, chichi, and then be lots of things to talk about. You know, because about time England,
in
America,
in it,
and then to Canada, and so on. So all this traveling, I can't do this show by myself, and I can't replace Becky.
But listen,
if I replace Becky, then it wouldn't be a problem. Okay,
so what if I find you? What if I find you someone who can sit in when I'm not there? Someone who's cool and vibey, who might even, who might.
Do they exist?
Yeah, they do, and they might even allow you. Wow, Denny, and they might even allow you to go off on a tangent like that.
Wait for the comment section on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, they might even allow you to tune your.
So
there won't even be bleeps at this point.
What do you call iPhone? iPhone 20, if it's like more features, what do you call it?
Like a Pro Max.
Pro Max. So it's like a Becky Pro Max.
A Becky Pro Max.
They exist?
They exist, my guy. Very good.
Very
good. Very good. Please don't disappoint me. Dova chaga. Yeah, because the show must go on. No, the show must go on. Even
Becky, I was not on the comment section, but mirror now.
Kuti inini kutuka comment section.
I
was ndakambotukwa comment section.
Oh yeah.
Ndakatombotesa ndakati yezvo ndini here ari kutaurwa. Ndapandukirwa. But you know what? The comments were not something that made me lose my sleep. I was just like, it's okay. You can't please everybody. Even ice cream doesn't please everybody.
Even Jesus couldn't please him.
Even Jesus couldn't please everybody. Yeah. Zim. Miss Universe Zimbabwe is back. It's a good thing because Zimbabwe wasn't being represented on the Miss Universe stage for the past 22 years.
Okay.
Yes. On the past 22 years.
So we're back.
We're back, baby.
Samsana.
Back Samson. And the young lady who was granted the license, Anunzi Tendai Hunda, who was a former Miss Zimbabwe. So she went through applications, and then they eventually brought Zimbabwe back. So auditions are happening right now. I think the last town was Bulawayo, and then she's doing Harare. I think this weekend she'll be doing Harare.
The MC for this has to be
Becky K. Yeah, well,
I mean, who else?
We allow others to grow.
I mean, who else?
You know, we allow.
Okay, who else is going to do it?
Variko, without saying names, because I'm not going to see other names and like, what can you see? Right? So auditions are happening, and I think the final show will be in September or October. That's when the final show will be. But the call out is for the corporates to come through and support, because all of these things, they need the support. And Zimbabwe is, like, they mainly look at the corporates for support. Yeah, they mainly look at the corporates for support. So if you know that you are one of those people who wants Zimbabwe back on the map, you need to get on board and support so that, when the beautiful girls do their stuff and then one is crowned, they're going to go and present Zimbabwe. Yeah. There's a girl, Anunzi Saki, I don't know if you were seeing the posts, Anunzi Sakile. She went and represented Zim, beautiful girl. Oh my God. I was just looking at her and I was like, Zimbabwean queen in Dundee. And she's beautiful. Guys, I'll show you her picture. Yeah. She's beautiful. She represented...
Let's have the picture back with media.
Yeah, Sakile, she represented Zim at the Miss Supernatural.
Yeah.
She did pretty well, like she was in the top. But the lady who was crowned was, those countries. I forgot the name of the country.
Venezuela.
Probably like something like that, And we knew Venezuela because of beauty pageants. We had no idea what Venezuela was. Venezuela! Right? So those are some of the exciting things that are happening in Zim. And we, as the Denny J people, we love supporting anything local. We love supporting Zimbabweans doing amazing things. So be on the lookout. Yeah. It's happening.
That's dope.
Yeah. And then this one you'll come for, didn't it?
Yeah, standard.
Yeah, Nchava Kumroti, please tukumpro table, yeah, Denny J show.
And voice watch calf.
Voice watch calf. Yes, no, it will be very organized, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It'll be very organized.
So that's dope.
Yeah. And that's it.
Is it a wrap?
It's a wrap. We're out.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll do this again.
Episode 50.
Episode 50.
Imi.
All right, guys.
Episode 50. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Denny J Show. Until next time, ta-ta for now.
Good job.
Mati money.
The Denny J Show. Zvanga zviri downta uptauraitidzwe nyaya dzacho dzese narrative ndaichidwe kana mchida kutipisa deep ndaipidwe make you spill a bean if you know what I mean hande.